Warning, this video is only for 14 and up, and if you're under, please leave this video because I will not be accused of something I don't want to be accused of. Please, if you're under, leave the video. Stories go through the air. You can listen and you cannot. But stories are here to help. Understand what is right and what is wrong. But sometimes stories can do the opposite. There's no right or wrong. You have to form your own opinion. But that is not what you're here for. You're here to listen to this silly little god of this channel. Listens to his mind going on about his stories, about the different worlds where he's traveling to, and where he can make some small different in a timeline. Welcome to the Blue Mask What If channel. Hello everybody, this is Blue Mask. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys will enjoy. Let's begin. Hello everybody, this is Blue Mask and welcome back to another episode of What If What if Deku or What If My Hero Academia characters was in danmachi? Or what if Deku was in danmachi? More people watch that shit than just What If My Hero Academia characters was in danmachi? A little complaint. Wait, did I just didn't do my double intro today? Huh. That's the first I've done that. Oh my god. You get a special episode in the intro. I can tell you that. Well, anyways, last episode where we last left off, Belle and Luffia was out on a escort mission from some farmers out in the countryside, getting food and supplies back into Aurario out of the kind of war between Reikia and Aurario. I think I forgot the name last time. Reikia. I think I forgot Reikia. So, in that situation, Reikia has gotten their hands on monsters. Weirdly strong monsters, but not strong to they could defeat a level 4, but still strong. To ignore out the adventurers. So this has gone on for a couple of days now. So Belle and Luffia, being on the wall, seeing over the fight, immediately, wanted to help, but didn't know how. They were not allowed to fight, because it was more like level 5 and over. So instead, they sent out their hawks to spy on the enemy camps. Come to find out, they have figured out where Belle's and Luffy's adopted family and Belle's actual family lives, and want to go fight them and control them. So this doesn't sit right with Belle or Luffia, because they're their family. They're brother and sister, and they want to protect their mom, their aunt, uncle, and little cousins. I think one of them was Shakti and Anakin. I named the cousin Anakin and Shakti because I watch a lot of Star Wars what ifs and at that point. So yeah, I think I named her Shakti. Or something else, I don't remember. Anyways, after they found out, they sent their eagles to their goddesses, and they came and they explained. Hestia and Loki agreed to send them along towards Belle's, the Argonaut village. Loki explained what is happening to Freya and that sort of stuff. And right now, at this point, Belle and Luthia is on their way towards their family to prevent them from being attacked by Rakia. Sorry, give me a moment. Sorry about that. Something just crawled on me. Anyways, they're right now going on horseback towards their village so they can save it from Rakia. Even though Sard and Althea is there, they will still give them a warning as quickly as possible. So yeah, that is mostly where I left it off, so I hope you guys will enjoy. Let's begin. We see two horses actually riding across a forest as fast as they can towards somewhere we probably know. On their horsebacks, we see two cloaked figures riding on them. One of them has a bow, one of them has a staff. This is, of course, Luthia and Belle, hidden among, the trees because they didn't want to be spotted by Rakia. They're riding towards the mountain where their family is, and it's been around 3 days since they last left. I think I said it took longer, but they're in a fucking hurry, so they rode when they left Aurario, they rode one day, took a break for half a day, and then rode off again. They continued this pattern for these 3 days. And after a little while, they're actually near the mountains because they took longer to figure out where to go. Right now, Luthia and Belle knows where to go and how to get there fast. So they're riding faster than they could on their horses, fast as they could be towards the mountain. But they're not exactly alone. Belle turned his head towards behind them to spot around 2 other people on horseback, wearing Rakia armor. You see, 2 days ago, they actually ran into the army of Rakia on their way toward the mountain. They left at the same time as the group that left towards the mountain, because they're bigger and they have to be slower for the people that actually walking. Belle and Luthia actually caught up to them around a day after their first break. They rode and met the soldiers. Belle and Luthia kept up a good pace towards the mountain, but they are being chased by the Rakia soldiers. Belle, immediately seeing these 2 soldiers, grabbed his bow and some arrows from his back, aiming down his sight and down to this, behind him, behind them, and aiming at the soldiers behind. Letting his arrows loose, one of the arrows actually hits one of the soldiers in the shoulder, knocking him off from his horse. The other one blocked with his shield, but stopped after seeing one of his comrades falling off his horse. Belle immediately turned around and kept riding with Luthia. Do you think that was the last of them chasing us? Yeah, I think it is. But I don't think we'll be lucky enough. First time it was 7, remember? Yeah. We lost the others, but these 2 has been chasing us for a while. Now that we are losing them, I hope we have more time to go there. Got it. I'm worried, Belle. I know. I don't believe they sent a group ahead. It seems like this is their main attack force. And I don't see smoke coming from the mountains or anything else. You're right. But I truly hope we are in time to warn everyone. Both of them rode away from the two soldiers that stopped after Belle knocked an arrow into one of them. After that, there's nothing much to say instead of they got attacked by a few monsters on their way, but that was normal. After like 3 more days on the 6th day, they arrived at the bottom of the mountains. Near the same village they arrived at and left their horses there, immediately getting some snow gear on they had packed, and gear they can go up the mountains quickly. And that immediately went up to the mountains. It took around a day and a half to arrive at the entrance to the city, to the town of the Argonauts. Seeing that no one was outside yet because it was actually started to become morning, Belle immediately, with Lufia's help, rushed towards the inn that was there. Opening the door quickly, Belle looked around to spot anyone, spotting the same hostess they met earlier. I have actually forgotten her name, so I'm sorry. The hostess, looking up, spotting Belle and Lufia again after a long time, smiled. Ah, you are Belt? Or look, we don't have time. Belle immediately went up to her and slammed his hand on the table. Warn everyone! Whoa, what's happening? The Reiki army is coming here. Okay, why? What's to worry? They have monsters with them. Bunch of them. Stronger than even out here. Monsters? Yes. They're like dungeon monsters. Level on floor like 1 to 10. I don't remember how. Are you sure? Yes, I ran into the army getting here to warn you all. How many? Like 5,000 men here and 20 monsters. 21? 22, Belle. 22 monsters. And fuck. 5,000 men on their way. I see. That will be a problem. I'll warn everyone. Thank you, Belle. Alright. Your mom is in there, in your house, with your aunt and uncle. I will warn everyone. Thank you for the warning. The hostess immediately went out from behind where she registers and hugged Belle for thank you. Belle hugged her back, and after that, Belle and Lufia left towards the house where their mom, Lufia's stepmom, adopted mother, not stepmom, were with their aunt and uncle and cousins. When they got there, they immediately opens the door loudly, shocking, Zeus and Hera that was actually about to go out. Belle? Zeus! Belle, what are you doing here? You didn't warn us of... Before he could continue, Belle grabbed Zeus's arms. The Reiki army is coming here with monsters that's strong like the dungeon monsters as strong as the upper floor of the dungeon. Slow down and explain.
What? No. The Rekia army is coming here now with a bunch of monsters. They're like strong like the dungeon. There's a few dragon type monsters and stuff there. Are you sure? Yes, with 5,000 men and 22 monsters. I'm not joking. But they are Rekia. Yes, they are. But they have monsters that can unleashed on the village. I know Uncle and Aunt can handle them, but I don't think the rest of the village have even been in the dungeon to experience how strong monsters are. I see. Yes, that will be a problem. And Sard and Alfia are rusty with their fighting. They will not. They will probably handle all of them. But Alfia's sickness has prevented her from even, well, do magic a lot of the time. Just... And... Wait, did I say Alfia and Mitsuria was actually cured? Oh, it's a long time, so I think maybe Alfia can still use her magic. Mitsuria has lived this long, so I think so. Sard's sickness is, well, being healed. So, yeah, maybe. Let's say it's a maybe part. They're still weakened by their illness, but it's been going down for them. So they can fight, but not amazingly. After that, after the conversation with Belle and Zeus and Hera, Zeus immediately called Sard, Alfia, and Mitsuria down, letting the children, warning them to stay in their room. Belle immediately told his mother and aunt and uncle about the situation, about how Reiki is actually bringing monsters. Literally the same explanation. After hearing Belle's warning about this, and Belle's warning about the new monster, he actually doesn't know what level it is. All of them get worried. So, after that, all of them went out from the house and down to the, well, inn again. Going inside, a lot of the leaders are there of the village. I said Wolf, Bear, and Hawk are the main people, well, animals they use. I didn't say anything else, right? Yeah, Wolf for speed, Strength. Yeah, Wolf for speed, Bear for strength, Eagle for jumping, like movements and that sort of stuff. Give me a second. Sorry about that. After, well, every leader arrived, being from the Bear family, the Wolf family, and the Hawk family. All three of them sat down around a round table, and the leaders were a guy that was burly and big like Sword, having an axe beside his chair. A two-headed axe, not one-headed, two-headed axe. Sitting in front of the Bear family that was behind him. Well, some of the important leaders of them. On the other side of the leader of the Hawk was the Wolf family leader, more agile and actually a wolf animal or wolf person sitting at the table. He was actually like actual Beat was. He doesn't look like him. He has a more kinder face and more calm in his look. But Belle could see he was like him, a hunter. Fast moving hunter that can spot his target. Not easily, but still spot them. Sitting on the eagle was actually Miteria. Not Sard or Alfia, it was Miteria. Fun fact, I think in this version, I will say Miteria is actually the oldest of Alfia. Miteria is older between her and Alfia, so she is the family leader. When everyone sat down, the leader of the bear family spoke. What does I hear about Rakia coming to our door? Belle turned to the guy, and like I said, he's like big as sword and has a two-handed axe, but has a brown-haired beard that goes down to his chest area, but it stopped there. He has a he has his hairs go back from his head, so like a wave that pulls his hair back. I think I will say it's like Sukuna's hair from Jujutsu Kaisen, but it's also a brown-haired person. Seeing him, the wolf, after the bear spoke, the wolf actually agreed. The wolf leader of the wolf family spoke. Precisely. Heard Rakia is coming to her doorstep like Barden over here says. What's going on? Miteria sighed and explained what she was told by Belle. After everyone heard that, they talked among themselves, but the leader of the bear talked. And what's it about? Rakia's army has not tried anything towards us, so why should we worry? Yeah, they know our location, but that doesn't know our might. Belle tries to speak up, but was interrupted. I mean, for God's sake, us bears can handle them. They're scrawny soldiers. We fight mountain monsters. They're like stronger monster, not strong as dungeon monsters, but still strong enough. God damn, his voice is weird. Coming here. The guy that is in the wolf family looked nervous but still thoughtful. What will be the problem if they arrive? Miteria? I don't know exactly what they have. I can check on it in the meeting, but my eagle is rusty. It will take quite a while for her to spot them. Just send 5 of my members of my family. They can handle it. That's not the point, sir. Everyone turned to Belle after he spoke up. These Rakia armies doesn't have regular monsters. Somehow they have 22 monsters that's like on the levels of monsters from floor 1 of the dungeon to floor 10. Ah, I remember you. I spotted you when you arrived first time. Yeah, I believe I saw you. But that's, like I said, some of those monsters in the dungeon are strong. Have you fought a silverback before? A mountain one? Yes. They're quite normal up here. Silverbacks doesn't appear until floor 13. No, floor 12. If you can defeat a regular silverback up here, you cannot defeat them in the dungeon. I see. Huh. Now that you mention it. If the monsters that Rikia has is stronger than these monsters around the mountain, I presume that it will be difficult to fight them. The bear leader, well, um, the bear, the guy that represents the bear tribe spoke. Yes, they're highly dangerous. Right now, Orario isn't in a stalemate with them. We did not expect them to use monsters. Even though they're easy for top-level adventurers, they use them and then use arrows, bows, or catapults to make sure that we don't get closer to their actual camp. If they get closer, they use their soldiers to fight. It's more and more complicated to get closer to their camp. But we don't know how far they're doing now. I see. It seems like the people you are talking about is down the mountain, Belle. Belle looked surprised at Miteria's knowledge and looked at her, and spotting that one of her eyes is closed, meaning the the hawk ability is activated for her. They're here already? Yes, they are. Down the mountain, I see 5,000 people, like you said. And I think... Jesus. And I think around 20... I see 22 cases, but one of them has already been opened. But I don't see any monsters going up to us. Note. How big is the cage? Belle asked, looking at his mother. It's one of the biggest one, actually. Wait. Belle looked at Lucia in surprise at that, but Belle was getting more nervous now. Is there any holes digged into the ground? Like, it shouldn't be there. Not what I can see. There's nothing different about the ground. I don't have a clear view of everything, Belle. Maybe they released that monster. What monster? The leader of the bear family spoke. A monster called from a new species that the Loki familia found in the dungeon. I don't have a clear view of the monsters. You did tell us about that, didn't you, Belle? Miteria looked at her son when he nodded. Interesting. Maybe they're coming up to us then. So they're attacking already. The leader of the wolf family spoke and Belle nodded. Then what are we doing here? We need to protect ourselves. Everyone nodded at this and everyone started to get out of the room and being prepared for a fight. All of them was almost gone when Belle catch Sard's attention. Uncle, what is it? When this monster arrives, I want you to fight it. These monsters are very strong. They're around level 4 or 5. Cannot be hurt by punching or anything else. It needs to be cut. I see. Thank you, Belle. I'll do my best. That's all I'm asking. Sard left the room and Belle stood there with Lucia by his side. Do you think everything will be fine as best as we can help? We need to prepare. You got it. Both of them left the room and they went to the armory and bought some arrows or more stuff they needed. Going to the edge of the village, Belle looked down, activating his hawk eye. His hawk was nearby the camp that was set up. Everything was, every person in that camp stood there waiting for something to happen, with catapults they had with them that Belle didn't see on their way, or getting ready to release more monster up to them. Belle looked at them and sighed. This was gonna be a weird battle. I hope you all enjoyed this. I know it's shorter, but I gonna have a busy few days. I can still release some things, but I need to figure out some few stuffs. So please understand that I am had a little problem these few days. I actually hope you guys enjoyed. Good morning, goodbye, farewell, see you later. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day, my blue masks. Bye bye.